If we're told to factor x squared minus 8x plus 15, notice this is a trinomial. And when we factor a number like 6, we're saying 6 is 2 times 3. I want to write 6 as one number times another. When we're talking about a trinomial, what we usually are trying to do is to write it as the product, meaning multiplication, of two binomials. Now, binomials are separated by pluses and minuses. Maybe I have a plus b or a minus b. Binomial, you see that word bi, like bicycle. There's two terms there. And terms, remember, are separated by pluses and minuses. So either a plus or minus will be there, and they'll separate the terms. So I'm asking, what times what gives me x squared? Of course, that's x times x, because I'm thinking about first, outer, inner, last. So if I'm thinking about first, x times x equals x squared. To get 15, I'm doing product sum, and I'm asking myself, what numbers multiply to 15 but add to negative 8? So they have to have a product of positive 15 and a sum of negative 8. Well, of course, that's going to be negative 5 times negative 3. Now, I can check. X times x, first is okay. Last times last, negative 3 times negative 5 is positive 15. Here's where my money is made, the oi of FOIL. Negative 3x minus 5x gives me negative 8x. So my point here is, don't walk away from something you factored. Multiply it out to make sure it works. You can always check your work. This one's a little bit more complicated to factor. Again, this is a trinomial, and I'm going to factor it into the product of two binomials. Well, to get x squared here, I'm going to multiply x by x. And to get 2, I'm going to multiply this as 2 times 2. Look what I do. I just repeat my... Now I'm going to play this product sum game. The product of the first and the last is negative 2. And the sum is in the middle, negative 1. I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to negative 2 and add to negative 1. Two numbers that multiply to negative 2 and add to negative 1. Well, that can be negative 2 times positive 1. Let's see, negative 2 times positive 1 multiply to negative 2, and negative 2 plus 1 adds to negative 1. Now, to simplify, I look at each binomial separately and I ask, can I divide each term of the binomial by something to make it more simple? And clearly, I can divide this by 2 and 2. So I get x minus 1, 2x plus 1. Now, do I use this technique? No. I often just look at the problem and factor it, but I've done 18 billion of these in my life. But this is one technique. Look what I did. I wrote this twice, and then I played my product sum game, and then I simplified each binomial. Let's see, I can FOIL this to make sure I've got it right. First times first is 2x squared. Last times last is negative 1. Negative 2x plus 1x is negative 1x. So I know this is right. I can check